Hi guys, Namaskaram. Welcome back to my channel Sri's Delight. Eid Mubarak to all my friends and YouTube family. So what is Eid without Kher Khorma? Kher Khorma, as days went, we used to call it Sheer Kurma. Actually, the original name is Kher Khorma. Kher means milk, Khorma is called as dates. So in this recipe, they used to use only few main ingredients. One is milk and dates. There are 4 stages of dates. So in that they used to use only 2 stages of dates, which is overly ripe dates and the dates which are about to ripe, dry dates. So if you ask me why, how come I know this? That's a small story. I have to take you into my childhood days. Since my father was working in railways, this Ramadan was a festival for us also. We won't buy any new dresses or it's not celebrated in the house, but we used to enjoy the Ramadan with lots of foods which my neighbors and friends bring us. They used to bring a carriage, or what you call the tiffin box, which used to be a big one. So since we are vegetarian, we used to get lots of vegetarian dishes with different varieties of foods. So in every dishes, this one recipe was common. This Kher Khorma was compulsory in each and every tiffin boxes. So we used to wonder what is that. Each and every Kher Khorma was different. One will be in yellow, on orange and white. There are lots of colors and lots of flavors according to their family tradition they make. When I was kid, I was so much interested in that recipe, and I used to ask my mom. She used to make me with our normal semia which we get, the vermicelli, but the taste was not similar, or it never reaches to the taste itself. So we used to wonder how they make. Then we came to know that semia or vermicelli which they used to make this Kher Khorma was prepared by them itself in the house before this festival, or in the month of this Ramadan. They used to make this semia to make this Kher Khorma. That is what the secret they have. Until now, no one knows how to make that semia except our Islamic friends. Nowadays, since we are getting those semias in the market, it's easily available. So I thought of making that sweet and show to you also. We'll see how to make this Kher Khorma. The ingredients used for this Kher Khorma was very much simple in those days. They used to use semia, khorma, that is our dates, and charoli seeds, milk and ghee. This was the only basic ingredients they used to use, and it changed according to the families and taste and all. So today we'll see one of the richest flavored Kher Khorma and enjoy the taste. Come, let's see what ingredients we need to make this Kher Khorma. Here I have taken 150 gram of this finest semia, especially made to make this Kher Khorma, and here are our 2 stages of khorma. This is our dry dates, and here it is ripe dates, khormas, and here is my charoli seeds and ghee. Now we'll see the additional ingredients for this. Here I have taken 500 grams of condensed milk. Here I have taken 15 tablespoons of sugar, because I have taken 150 grams of our semia, and here comes my saffron orange blossom water. This is optional, and here comes our nuts, dry fruits. Here I have taken melon seeds, raisins, this is pistachios, this is apricot, dry apricot. Here's my almond and cashews. Usually to get the sweetness, they never used to use sugars. All the sweetness they used to get it from dates itself. That's why it was very much healthy dessert. Now we'll see how to make this Kher Khorma. Into a frying pan, I'm adding some ghee to ghee roast all our nuts. We'll add nuts one by one. First I'm adding my almonds. Now in goes my cashews, my pistachios. We no need them to fry it brown. Just let it get into a golden color, that is enough. Now we'll add our dry khorma or dates. So our dry fruits are fried perfectly. Now I'm going to transfer this into a bowl here. Now into the same pan I'm going to add still more ghee. Now I'll add our charoli seeds into this and fry them. Once it started to splatter, we'll remove this and we'll transfer this into the same bowl. And here I have kept some charoli seeds separate and I'm going to transfer this into the another bowl. Again I'm going to take some more ghee into the same pan. Now I'll add our melon seeds into this and fry them, and I'm saving them separately again. The whole thing I'm going to keep it aside. Here you can see the flame, it is in very slow flame, otherwise there are chances of getting burnt also. So let it be in a very small flame and we'll fry them. So now this has turned into a light golden color. We'll shift this into another cup. So in this step 2 process I'm going to fry our raisins, our apricots and dates and our semia along with some sugar. Now into another pan I'm going to add ghee. Into this I'm going to add our raisins, apricots and our ripe dates. Just fry it for some time. You can see all our raisins are ripening up. Now we'll add our semia into this. Just will break it and use them. Now our semia is roasted in the ghee and started to release nice aroma from it. Now I'm going to add sugar in this and we'll give it a nice mix. You can see our sugar has dissolved 50%. This is enough. When we keep it aside, the remaining sugar also will dissolve. The steps which I did so far, this one you can do it before day itself and you can keep it minimum 2 to 3 days. So whenever you are expecting a guest, you can make it at that time and you can serve it hot if you like it the hot. Otherwise you can serve it before 1 or 2 hours before and you can chill it and you can serve it. Now we'll see the next steps. Into the same pot where I fried my semia, I'm going to boil my milk in that because there are lots of ghee and semia in that. I don't want to waste it. I'm going to add our milk into this. So into the same pan where we dried our dry fruits, I'm going to add our condensed milk. I want it to be a little bit caramelized. I'm going to add the fried nuts into the milk. So by the time our milk boils, even our nuts and dates will be cooked well. And now we'll let our milk to boil completely. Condensed milk has thickened, it has changed its color a little bit. So this is enough for me because I'll be using some saffron also. So now I'm going to transfer this into a milk. And we will mix them together. Now we'll wait for our milk to boil. We had come at the final stage. I'm going to add our orange blossom water. I have taken 100 ml of this. If you don't have orange blossom water, you can skip it with the rose water also. Or you can add with some elaichi powder or cardamom powder. Now it's time to add our roasted semia into this. Once we add our semia, just we'll keep it in low flame for 10 minutes. It is enough. The semia texture in this kher korma should not be soggy. It should be stiff, little bit crunchier. So when we bite it or when it comes into our mouth, it should be soft, but at the same time it should be little bit crunchier. So after 5 minutes, our semia is cooked well. So as it cools down, it gets more thicker. So this is enough for us. If you feel our kher korma is more thick, you can add still more hot milk into that while serving. And this is done. So once our kher korma is cooled down, we'll transfer into a bowl and we will add our melon seeds and our chilonji seeds which we fried and kept it aside because we added our dry fruits when the milk was boiling. So all the dry fruits and the nuts will be soft, but we want to have a little bit crunchy taste in the end. So I'm adding this. While serving it, you can add our melon seeds and chilonji seeds. So that's it. our Kheer Kurma is ready and it is ready to serve and eat. Hope you like this recipe. If you did, please like this video and share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Once again, I wish you everyone Eid Mubarak. Stay safe and stay happy. Thank you for watching my video.